Welcome back to the Lucky Star podcast. And I'm hoping and praying my camera doesn't keep doing this blur thing. It looks like it only happened when I touched my hair. So I think we debunked it. But yeah, y'all. OMG, I'm hot as fuck right now. I just got out the shower and yeah, like I said, I'm on my period and I've been on my period for a little bit now. So I'm ready to be over that. Because I'm over it. But yeah, I balanced it out and I got some rest and some productivity. Yeah. But I did make an outline yesterday of like what I wanted to talk about today, and I'm sorry if my movements are gonna be robotic. I really want to make sure, not me dancing, that my focus doesn't mess up. Is it really me just playing with my hair? Okay, it's like a little way to prevent me touching my hair so much. It's like your camera is gonna mess up if you touch your hair. Anyways, let's start with my week. That's really what this is. What have I been doing? So I took it a little slow at the beginning of the week because, like I said, I started my period and I was like cramping, so I was like really like resting the first like 2 days and just like kind of like consuming content because I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna rest, enjoy it up, like see what everybody's doing on Instagram, like take notes, see like my favorite shows, take notes on that, like doing like my acting, like studying. I like count it as my studying, watching the shows I like while enjoying it, you know, if that makes sense. But yeah, if y'all know, I know I keep saying this, I don't know who's new here, who's not, but I have been practicing my acting at home. And I found a new monologue for the week though, so I did not get to film me like practicing it yet because like I said, I was cramping. So I was like, you know what, I took the time to find the monologue and then practice it. So I found it a couple days, well, I found it like right before I started my period. Then I started my period and I'm like, fuck. So I was like out for the count for a little bit. But then I yesterday I set a timer. I was like, at least just take 30 minutes and like read through it. By the way, I did break down the scene that first day. I had found the monologue. I like read through it a couple times, broke down the scene, seeing how like I would kind of do it, and I like it. It's like let me just explain to y'all. I don't know if I should give y'all the monologues because like I said, I found them on like online. Like I just googled like free vampire monologue and it just like popped up, and then I just like saved it in my camera roll. But yeah, so basically like the character is like this girl, and it sounds like a little dark, but like I see how I can make it like humorous, you know, like kind of like a supernatural or maybe like my babysitter's a vampire, but like there's like serious stuff going on, but like there's like a little humor, or maybe kind of like American Horror Story, but not as twisted. But basically the girl, which should be the girl I'm playing, she had just like woken up from like a house party. She was in a crawl space with a neck full of needles. Like, so she said she was in a Hollywood Hills party. No, I think she just said the Hills. A party in the Hills. So imagine my character is like just going, and this is like my before thought because it only told me a little bit, but that's like, I'm trying to like not over explain stuff to y'all who have been here, but also like for the people who are new here, let me just like do a quick little boom bam. Basically, when you're doing a script, you should think about what happened before the script and what's going to happen after, because that'll really help you like get into the vibe. So it did give me a little bit of information that the character had woke up after going to a party in the hills in a crawl space with a neck full of needles, and when she got up, she tried to eat a granola bar. That's like the little funny part. I tried to eat a granola bar and it tasted like wet sand. So like, yeah, but then like whoever she's talking to, like she's like fighting the urge, like she's hungry, but like she don't want to like kill the person. So assuming like my character like went to a party in the hills, didn't know what the fuck happened, and I guess they can inject you with vampire blood. I don't know, I guess every like little series does like the vampireness in a different way. But yeah, so I guess my character got turned into a vampire and she's like trying to figure it out. But I was like giving her like Valley Girl vibes because like she's like party in the hills, and then like how literally you go from like a so serious depressing statement like waking up in a crawl space, like not knowing where you are with a neck full of needles, and then the next line is like, and I tried to eat a granola bar and it tastes like wet sand. Like bruh. So I liked how it was like a little funny too, but like also like some seriousness. So like I can really like fluctuate the emotions in it, and like I identified like beginning, middle, end emotions, like what age range. I think the girl's like probably in her like 20s, because like she's like partying in the hills, and like she seemed like a little bit like green to things. So yeah, I was like, I would actually like low-key want to act in this, which is the point. Like I'm picking monologues that like I would want to act in, because like I have a choice. I want to act in stuff I want to act in. I don't want to just like act in anything and then just hope I get the one thing I want one day. Nah, bruh. I'm just gonna go for what I want, because why the fuck not? Anyways, all right, y'all. Technical difficulty, but we're back in action. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but I feel a little bit more awake now. Anyways, yeah, so I broke down a scene. Basically, that's the gist of it. I envisioned also this scene while I was doing it. I don't know if anyone else does that, probably, but I like envisioned myself in the scene, so I kind of know, especially when I'm like recording like my takes that I'm gonna do soon. I want to see like how I did it one way, how I do it the other, and then like, yeah, they kind of like leave a lot of it to your imagination, and then they give you like context clues, low key, so you kind of can make it your own story almost, or like kind of like the before and after, and like, yeah. But I really do like this one, so maybe tonight, but I don't know, because I have to like catch up with a couple of things, but definitely Sunday at the latest, because yeah, I have a couple of things to do tomorrow and Saturday. But anyways, me dissociating for a second, definitely Sunday at the latest. I'm going to do at least 10 takes, but probably like 10 to 15, because it seems like that's what I did last time. I did one day 10 to 15 takes, and then took notes on it the next day, and then the next time I did 10 to 15 more takes, took notes on it, and I felt like I was pretty good to move on. So yeah, my dog is doing stuff over here. This might be a all over the place podcast, but we're gonna make it work. But anyways, can you leave that alone? Anyways, yeah, so I'm really excited to act that one out. I'm gonna try to put on like a cute little Valley Girl outfit while I act it out, to help me really get in the character. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm glad I'm finding like so many different monologues and like so many different ways to play things, because it's teaching me like different ways that I can like act, you know. I hope y'all aren't getting tired of the acting thing, because I'm probably gonna be talking about it just about every podcast, because I want to practice every week, because like this is one of my dream jobs, including YouTube. So I want to make sure I'm on and popping with that. So I hope y'all don't get tired of it, but I learned last episode how to put timestamps, so if you wanted to skip the acting part, you can. But I made an outline of like everything. So songs I'm loving, I'm still listening to the same ones I told y'all last week, but I forgot to include Give Me the Night. The guy's name is like Benson George, definitely not Benson Boone. Hold on, let me see. I tried to put my iPad somewhere convenient for me to have it at the table, but that was a little too far. Not my Duolingo. I have to do my Duolingo today too, y'all. Ooh, stay tuned for the end at the Japanese segment, because we got a little Japanese folklore going on too with our Japanese word of the day I'm excited about, but y'all just gotta wait for that. Anyways, oh, it's George Benson, this guy's name. Give Me the Night. I heard that song before, but like I never heard the full thing. I didn't know they had like the girl vocals in the background, and then like the instrumental gets a little extra like towards the end or the middle. I'm like, this is a fucking jam. Give me the night, baby. But I actually really like this song. I was listening to that while I was getting ready. I put that on there, and then I heard this the other week. I always hear it like in the radio before I put on like my actual music, but it's the new song with Pitbull and Lil Jon, Damn I Love Miami. I'm like, that's just like one of those songs like you can just throw on, get pumped up before you like go out and like do something like party or whatever. Hype yourself up before whatever. But I actually love that song, Damn I Love Miami. People know how to make them songs. Same thing with Lil Jon. He put his little couple words on there. I need to look this up, but like, does Lil Jon also make the beats, or does he just like get paid to say like 5 words on the song? Like, should we look that up? Let's do that together, so that way we get educated together. Let's see if he's making the beats too, so that would mean he's the producer. Let's just do a little voicing. Okay. Does Lil Jon make the beats on the song season 2, or does he just like say a couple words? That sounded offensive. Let's see what it says. It says Lil Jon does way more than just say a few words. Ooh, damn, didn't clock me. I'm sorry. It says he's the actual producer and musical architect behind the beats. As a pioneer of the crunk genre, he builds the heavy, high energy instrumentals from scratch and oversees the entire production process of his tracks. Okay, so he produces a song and then he adds a little razzle dazzle on it. I'm gonna put some respect on Lil Jon's name. I'm sorry. I hope that wasn't blurry with me moving, but put some respect on Lil Jon's name. If y'all didn't know either, my bad. He does more than just say like 3 words on the song and probably get paid a whole bunch. He says his little couple words, but then also produces it and oversees everything. My bad, I know. That's why we learn it together. If you don't know how you gonna. Anyways, so yeah, that's my jam. And then what else I got on here? Oh, because I swear, like, I'm a little late, but not really, on like the Y2K trend. Because like at first I just thought it was clothes, and I just like, hot take, I like the Y2K style, some of it, but I just didn't like how like people were thrifting it. Even though thrifty is cool, it looked old. Like a lot of stuff looks old. Like you just like found it like in the storage bin. But like, I don't know, it's not bad, but I didn't like the old look of it, and it wouldn't fit right. So like, I like some of the style, but if they like make it new with more natural materials, which is a hint to something else we're gonna talk about. Anyways, but girl, and I got myself in a loop here talking about 5,000 different things. I was talking about a song. Oh, the old school, like not old school, bro. Like early 2000s, maybe my late 90s, like rock songs like my parents used to listen to, like Pearl Jam, or like my dad used to like love like Ozzy Osbourne. What else? He liked Kid Rock, but I didn't really listen to him. So I'm thinking more like Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Alice in Chains. That was more what my dad was listening to, and my mom was listening to like Creed and Nickelback, stuff like that. Evanescence, Linkin Park, Green Day, yeah, stuff like that. So like I had a like mix of that rock stuff, so it's very nostalgic to me. But then like growing up, I like started getting into rap because like the area we moved, it was like very rap heavy, so I was all up into the rap, and I was even like rapping too. If y'all know, y'all know. If you don't, I was rapping. But yeah, what was I saying? Basically, like, it's kind of like I got out of that rock music. I wasn't listening to nothing but rap, you know? Now I'm like more open-minded. I'm like, I can listen to it all. Like, I'm loving it all. So now I'm like, okay, like, I'm like, everyone's like using the songs as trends, basically. So like the Alice in Chains, Here Comes the Rooster, Nirvana, stuff like that. But yeah, like, so I've been kind of like trying to re-listen to those, and I'm like, oh, I used to love these. Like, I haven't really heard nobody using the Pearl Jam, but I love Pearl Jam. Even Flow, Black, those are probably the only 2 songs I know, but I love those songs. Yeah, I've been kind of like trying to include those into the mix, but it's like what you try to include and also what you're including, if that makes sense, sometimes it's different. So basically, let me make this make sense for y'all. So when I was getting ready, like, as much as I'm trying to listen to these older rock songs, the song by Tim's, Free Mind, bruh, I used to love that song. And like, the song came on the other day, and then it replayed, because like on YouTube, if you just type in music, it'll like have like your own little mix, and it'll just play all your shit. So it was playing that one, and I'm like, oh, I love this fucking song. I love singing that song. Her voice is deeper, so it's like easier for me to sing, because I feel like I have a deeper like singing voice. I can go up a little higher, but like, you know, R&B is like more my jive. So that song by Tim's, yes ma'am. What else? Oh, Frontin' by Pharrell. That one came on too, and I was like, oh, this is a jam. Like, it's all the stuff that, like, besides the Tim's one, like the stuff you hear like when you're like growing up, and you're like, oh, it's kind of a jam, but you forget about, and then like you listen to now and you're like, oh my god, who am I turning into? But yeah, so I've been like listening to all types of shit, but I've been loving it all, you know. If y'all have any music suggestions down below, I am really open to it, as long as it's not negative or hateful, you know. But yeah, so I think that's it for the songs. I did want to say before I move on from the music, because you know that like not trend, but that thing where everybody just talks shit about Nickelback, like they weren't good. I'm one of the ones that used to like Nickelback, and I still do. So I'm like, I heard something else the other day and I'm like, damn, his voice was kind of like sexy. And I'm like, oh, like I love this. Like, why was everybody hating on Nickelback? Maybe they're just thinking about that Photograph song. But yeah, let me move on from the music. I haven't watched like too much while I was resting on my period. I was really like a whole bunch of Instagram reels. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna doom scroll, it's gonna be now while I'm resting. But so I finished Supernatural season 9 and we're on season 10 episode 2 we finished watching, so we're about to watch 3. And oh my god, like Dean turning into a D word. If you're new around here, I don't like saying the D word, so I just say it D word. Anyways, but oh yeah, spoiler alerts. Like I said, I'll put timestamps. There's going to be spoilers for Supernatural and spoilers for H2O season 3. So if you don't want those spoilers, you just like skip ahead, but don't skip the whole video. Just show us some more stuff. But anyways, so Supernatural, I like how they're working with Crowley, because of course, even though Crowley's an evil character, he's got like that. He's like on the fence. It's like he helps them. I swear he got a soft spot for him. What he call him? He called Sam Moose, and I think he called Dean Squirrel. But yeah. Seeing Dean go off the deep end, of course. So in the second episode, Sam finally finds him. So basically, I don't know how much to tell. Basically, in last season, Dean got the Mark of Cain and acquired the fucking knife for it. Forgot what that one's called. It's definitely not the Sorcerer's Stone that I said in my head. But he acquired the Mark of Cain. He killed Abaddon, which is like this evil D-word, the main one besides Metatron that they gotta kill. And then he got sliced. So I don't know if that's what's turning him into a D-word, or if it's the fact that he needs to keep killing in order from turning into a D-word. Anyways, he's turning into a D-bag, a douchebag. Like, more normally he's douchey, but like he's got like a little heart in there, but now he ain't got no soul. It's like, if you know, you know, from Legacies, when Hope Michelson loses her humanity. It's like that. But yeah, so there's a lot going on in these episodes. I'm like trying to go back in my head. But so now in this season, he's been hanging around with Crowley, and they just been like boozing it up at the bar, singing karaoke. It seems like really dangerous doing that, and like Crowley's hanging around, and now I see why. Because Crowley wants him to kill like people he needs killed so he can collect souls, but also Dean needs to kill, so it's like a win-win for Dean and Crowley, right? But they get in a little fight, and then Crowley's like, fuck it, I'm giving you away to Sam. After Sam, by the way, gets kidnapped, and the guy wants to kill Dean, and he calls Dean, and Dean is like, yeah, you can go ahead and kill my brother, like I don't give a fuck, I told him not to look for me. And I'm like, damn, thank God Sam escaped, because what the actual fuck. And then now Sam finally caught Dean, and Dean, at the very end of the episode I just finished, he was like, after blah blah blah, basically what I'm gonna do to you is not gonna be merciful, something like that. Basically he was saying that Dean has showed mercy, and he was like, oh no, I didn't show mercy, and what I'm about to do to you is really me not showing no mercy. Anyways. But yeah, so after I film this and before I edit this, because I am on crunch time, because I am filming this on my day that I'm supposed to edit, because sometimes I can edit in the same day, but now that I realize these are like a little bit longer, sometimes I edit the same day and then I have to recheck it the next day before I post it, make thumbnail, everything. But yeah, so it's interesting to see where this is gonna go this next episode. But switching over to H2O season 3, I think I'm on episode, it was the Valentine's Day episode, was the last one I just watched, so it was episode 4. I'm loving the new character, even though sad Emma is gone. They brushed right over that real quick. They're like, she had to move. Oh no, here's this new girl. It's not realistic, because like they were not as open to Charlotte as they were to this new girl, but the new girl is not giving desperate, she's giving like chill girl vibes. So I don't know if they're gonna bring Charlotte back. I hope not, that bitch. I know she's such a character, but yeah. And then like there's this new guy too, and that's the new girl's like a little boo thing, love interest. She wants to be with him. So basically the Valentine's Day, you got Ricky and Zane, and all of a sudden, just like, even though they're still in high school, I know Zane's dad is rich, but they just got this whole new cafe, and I think it was like the Juice Net was the original one, but now they're just saying, fuck this one we've been going to for years, fuck the loyalty, we're making our own. Cute in a sense, but it's like, how are they doing this grown ass job? How they got time for school and to run this whole thing? That's not realistic. Anyways, But like, it's like the whole day. Well, basically, Ricky comes in with a new girl. Zayn has it all decorated for Valentine's Day. She thinks it's for her, so she's like, ew. But then realize it's just for the customers. And then she's like, bitch. So she flip-flopping. Like, she was already grossed out. But then now she's like, oh, wait, it's not for me, girl. And then at the very end, after he's paid no attention to her, he turned on like a song or something. And he was like, she was complaining like, I'm not, though, basically like, not that they're not paying attention to each other. They're like, basically, Ricky's like, we're not giving each other enough attention and we're taking each other for granted. And he just smirks and he's like, that's why I did something romantic for you. And what did he do? Just fucking put on a song or some shit. And she's like, wow. I'm like, girl, y'all gave these characters like attitudes, and then like when it like suits y'all, you just make them be so easy to give in. Like, oh well, this little dance is worth it, girl. Bye. Anyways, I don't know if I missed something at the end or what, but and then Cleo is back with Lewis, basically, but that happened in last season because Charlotte was being a bitch, and finally Lewis notices. But I feel like realistically Lewis would have been noticed, but he was just holding around this girl just for what? I have no fucking idea. But right, probably to make Cleo jealous. But they're back together now, but then Cleo was dealing with her little sister, like dealing with a whole bunch of boys for Valentine's Day, and then the dad trying to do this business deal, but then he wants to date too. And I'm like, bruh. And then Cleo trying to work with this dolphin, knowing she a mermaid, and then she don't know how to talk to the dolphin, even though last season she was best friends with this dolphin, and all of a sudden she don't know how to tell it how to fucking flip and shit. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Like I said, I'm tired, y'all, and I'm going through this whole thing in my head, but like there's some inconsistencies, but does that matter? Not really. But it's just like stuff I think about when I'm like, bro, this not adding up. But I'm liking the new characters. I'm liking the vibe. I like how it seems like they all mesh along and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see the rest of the season, but also like watch the Mako Mermaids next, because I was kind of iffy about the Mako Mermaids because I'm like, is it going to be the same? But yeah. Oh, I did want to say this. So the main theme song, I don't know if y'all watched my other pods, but I remember watching like half of the first season when I was a kid, but like I don't remember watching the rest of it, and I didn't even know there was a season 2 and season 3 until like recently, and I started watching them. But I remember the first theme song and I'm like, this is my shit, this is the original, that's it. And then when I watched season 2, I'm like, who is this bitch on the theme song? This ain't her. It's just because of the change. Like I was in denial, and I was like, you know what, maybe I do love it, but like it's not the same. And then the third season goes, and then it's another bitch. I'm like, bruh, each season they have another girl singing this theme song. And like I was like, you know what, that's actually really cool. There's like different theme songs for each season. So let me stop being a fucking hater. I love them all, even though I feel like the first one is the best, but then this last one, it's got a little bit more like party to it. The second one just sounded like an AI version. I don't know what the fuck. But yeah, so after being in denial, I am loving all the different H2O theme songs. And yes, I listen to it each time, at the very beginning and at the very end when they have a little bit more of the song. Yes, I'm not crazy. I love that song. I love a theme song, by the way. My babysitter is a vampire. She's the girl next door. Nice but naughty. A heart that's pure. I think that's what it says. My shit. I'm not going to sing these because I don't know how much I can get copywritten. But bruh, the other day my mom showed me, you know, Flex Washington from the, if you know, you know, One on One. I used to watch that show when I was little. I don't know what channel that was on, but the theme song, my mom was watching it while we were in the car for a second. We were waiting on something. I was like, girl, what was that? The song sounds familiar. And it was him with his real daughters, the guy that played Flex Washington, and then like Kyla Pratt come in, I'm pretty sure. But that theme song is short but sweet. And then One on One, do y'all remember? I don't, this is very niche. If y'all watched One on One, they had the regular one, and then when she moved out, it was like more like college, and that's when Ray J came in, and then like his sister, bro, what is her name, Brandy or something? But like I used to have a crush on Arnez too. That's another reason I was watching the show. I had a big crush on Arnez. For my girlies or boys who had a crush on Arnez, we know. Anyways, I wonder what he looks like now. But oh my gosh, that was my shit. One on One, bruh. Proud Family, that theme song. Of course, Hannah Montana, we already know. Sweet Life, but it's just like the main ones. My babysitter's a vampire. Chills when I hear that song. One on One, chills. H2O, chills, bruh. I'm trying to think of other theme songs that like we're good. Like, that's a Raven we know, but those are like the main ones. Like, what are like the really niche ones? I'm trying to think. Like, I wish Loki Supernatural had like a theme song, because like the theme songs, like, I love a good theme song. Whenever I'm in a show one day, I'm manifesting it, we're gonna have a good ass theme song. It's gonna be that good. Anyways, let me move on to the next topic, because I would have went into the theme songs, even though I did want to talk to you about the one-on-one. I wish I could think about some more theme songs. Drop down your like elite theme songs down below from your favorite shows, because I feel like I'm forgetting some. I'll probably put it in next week's pod, but like that one-on-one one, that was my shit. Sorry for the ASMR moment right there, but like, bruh, that was my shit. I love one-on-one. Anyways, and then my babysitter's a vampire. Let me move on, y'all. Let me move on. Next we can get into the next subject. So I don't know if anyone has been seeing this like trend of like people like realizing like the stuff in their clothes, like the material, the fabric, the dye and everything is like very bad for you and like very unnatural and even like cancer causing. And like, I don't want to name any fast fashion brands that are really using it, but it's probably most of them. And then there's some people that are charging out the ass for these like horrible quality clothes too. So it's like, and like, I love clothes, I love fashion, and I like have not bought clothes in a while because like, one, like save money, but two, I like need new clothes for like the summer and all that. And I'm like, it's like when you know. So like, I really want all natural clothing and not like paying for something that's like 60 or 70% natural and then like the rest is not, even though that's better than completely unnatural. But it's like, if I'm gonna spend my money on something, I want it to be full natural, and if I'm using anything unnatural, it's just using what I got here for now. But like the best bet I have, because everything is giving like hippie vibes, and hippie vibes isn't bad, it's just not my style. I'm like more like, even though I'm like hippie vibes, my style is more like glam, like girly pop, like, I mean, I'm in something like chill right now, but I like more like girly pop stuff, more glam stuff. So like the natural clothes are not giving that, and Etsy seemed like my best bet. But like I said, everything on there is like giving like boho vibes. It's like probably good for like a Coachella run, but like also they're charging out the ass for it because they're making it themselves. So I'm like, you know what, in the past I've looked for like natural fabrics and stuff, but like I'm like, let me relook, and I found like a couple of like sewing machines that I have like on my radar, and I want to do more research on and see like which ones are best. So far I found out like heavy duty will be the best, because basically I want to start making my own clothes, because I feel like I have a really good eye for fashion. And don't base it off of all my outfits, by the way, because if only we had the bank account to match our fashion sense at the moment. But I really want to make my own clothes and everything, instead of like spending money on stuff that's not my style, but also buying like fast fashion stuff that's not good for anything. This is like a lose-lose in fast fashion, you know what I'm saying? So that's the wave I'm on, and that's why I don't have like really any Instagram pictures up, because like I don't want to buy these cheap ass clothes, stuff I'm not gonna wear, waste money for, throw in the trash, like it's just a whole bunch of bullshit. So I'm really like trying to find the best bet right now, and I'm like, I can't even find something cute and quick to buy that's natural while I wait on getting a sewing machine and make my own clothes. And like, I'm not really loving all the clothes I have right now, like really any of them. I'm grateful I have them and they're cute in their own way, but like I want to feel like me, and I have my new outfits to take pictures in for Instagram. So like I'm so lacking on my Instagram like content, because like I'm like, I don't have the clothes I want, and the clothes I want, like, you know, I feel like I have to be like the change I want to see. So I have my eye on a couple of sewing machines, and I definitely have to put in the work and research to see how to sew and everything. But I love a good like DIY. Like a lot of my clothes I actually have been DIYing because like I'm not loving them. Like in my like second podcast episode, I was wearing like these jeans that I had just cut into like little shorts for the summer, or like I'm turning a dress into a skirt and then like reusing it as a dress after, or using a skirt as a shirt, just to like get creative. But that's like a blessing in disguise, because it's helped me like think creatively. And like I've been noticing like complementary colors and like what goes well together, even like if you didn't even think about it, like pink and green. It's like a certain shade of pink and green is like super cute together. I wouldn't even like thought about that, or you know. So I really am excited to do that soon, but of course it takes time because a good sewing machine is at least like $300. And then of course the fabric, and then I want to find the right way to get the fabric, because like I don't want to get a mass amount yet, because like, yeah, I don't need like a whole bunch of fabric, because I just want to start making clothes for myself at first, because I know I'm gonna have some trial and error, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I do need a little bit of extra fabric just in case I mess something up. But there's this one girl, I remember it because I've been reading her name wrong this whole time. It's Sia like Chia. I thought the name was cute. I didn't even know how to read her name at first, and then I finally saw it. But I seen her like fucking like a year or two ago on Instagram, but like I never really followed her, I don't think. Or maybe I followed her for a little bit, and then I made this new Instagram like a couple months ago, and I like had barely followed like really anybody on it, just a couple people. And I seen her again on my Pinterest, and I'm like, oh, I do remember she makes her own clothes, and like she's super pretty. And I was just like, wait, this is like a good inspiration. So I followed her on Instagram again, and I see her sometimes on my Pinterest, and I'm like, oh my god, like she's even like, it looks like she's getting better with her like sewing and stuff, and like she sells her stuff. So I'm like, oh my god, like a baddie like doing something like I want to do. So it's like a good inspiration. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely look more into like how to like sew and make clothes. And I want to make more than clothes too. I want to make like accessories, like purses. I want to get into shoes too, but that's gonna be like a lot different. I don't think you can do that with a regular sewing machine. So yeah, I did find in my research like a lot of places that do like recycled plastic sunglasses. So like it's more eco-friendly, but I just don't know if the materials are good for your like skin. That's the main thing for me. Like I want to be eco-friendly, but I also want it to be healthy for my skin. I also have sensitive skin, so I can tell when something is like super like without, like I said, naming one of the main fast fashion brands. Anytime I wear their shit, first of all, they got like cancer warning all over them, and then like the material, it makes me fucking itch, bro. Like I could tell the material. So yeah, I want to like make stuff with all natural materials and even all natural dyes. Like even when I'm eating certain stuff like cherries, I'm like, oh, this dye stuff, like, or beets or something. I'm like, I can like low-key make my own natural dye too. I just don't know like where I'm going to be doing this. Maybe I can like sew in my room and like do the dyeing like in my bathroom, because I don't want to like make a mess. And I don't know if there's going to be any toxic fumes, but there shouldn't be if it's natural. So I'm gonna figure that out, but I'm really excited. I love a good, like I said, DIY. I love a good project. I love a good hobby. So that'll be a new hobby to add to the list. So I'm super excited to be doing that. It is a bit overwhelming at first. So if anyone else is on their like natural clothing journey, like it is overwhelming, and like trying to figure out what you're gonna do and where you're gonna buy from. Like especially if like all the style is giving like stereotypical hippie look, and it's like, okay, like that could be a vibe for an outfit or two, but like this is like not what I'm going for. So yeah, yeah, I'm excited for that. So that's gonna be coming at some point. And maybe I can make like little Instagram reel videos of me like making my clothes or something, or like doing like some fashion videos, because that's what I want to make, some like Instagram reel like fashion videos. But like I said, like I'm in my clothing journey where I'm turning it into something more natural and more my style and more eco-friendly, which is like really great and like a really good thing to influence people to do. So hopefully y'all are inspired to turn more eco, more natural. Reminds me of my vegan journey. My vegan journey is, I'm doing great. I'm excited. I'm not really having cravings. The only time I have a craving is like if we pass In-N-Out, you can smell it. I swear it's like some type of fucking business tactic. I can smell it and I'm like, oh my god, the grilled cheese I used to get. But other than that, I'm really not having any like cheese cravings. If y'all don't know, I was vegetarian for like 6 years. And then I just fully decided to become vegan. I tried a couple times and like it didn't last very long. So I tried it again without just forcing it on myself. I just said as much as I can try to be vegan. And then I low-key just started getting grossed out by non-vegan things. So it just kind of worked out. But my vegan journey is going well. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been at least a month, right? I don't know, but I'm really proud of myself. I'm doing really good. I think my skin is clearing up. Like I think it is. So I'm feeling pretty happy, healthy. Like I gotta make sure I eat enough food to feel energized, but I'm feeling really good about my vegan journey. As my stomach is growling, I have to eat. Okay, y'all, if you made it this far, it is time for the Japanese word of the day. So it is going to be kind of on theme. We were talking about H2O. So it's going to be how to say mermaid. And there's 2 ways to say mermaid. And like I said, we have like a little folklore to learn too. So it's not just the words. So the way to say it, I guess there's like a Western version, which would be like I don't know how to say this right. I wrote it down. It says a loan word Western style. So basically like an Americanized version of it, I guess. So the like regular way to say mermaid is nin-gyo. Nin-gyo is how you say mermaid. Nin-gyo. But it is the Japanese folklore mermaid. And then the adapted word for mermaid, like the Western loan word, which also is referring to, I guess I don't know if Western counts as just America or what. I don't fucking know. Anyways, I didn't pay attention to that part in school. Anyways, so mamedo is how you say mermaid in like the loan word. And that's talking about how like the mermaids like here, like H2O mermaid, like Ariel, like where it looks like human up top and then a little fish tail. You know what I'm saying? The Japanese one is a little bit more gnarly. Apparently they don't look as pretty is what they say. So like it says it's more fish-like than human. One said it had a monkey face and another one just said it had a monkey mouth. And then it said that the voice resembles a flute. So that's random. And I think they're a bit more gnarly and like mutant looking. So sorry if I'm offending any ningyos out there. That's just what they said. I'm sure you're beautiful. But anyways, yeah. They have this thing because I feel like I learned about it when I was talking to y'all about the vampire. Like, so Japanese folklore has their like own little versions of stuff, but like it's still kind of the same. So I did bookmark the page a little bit. So it's called yokai. I don't know if like, let me look up what yokai means. We're gonna learn together because I don't know if that's like the name of like a folklore. What is yokai in Japanese? In Japan? Girl, we gonna figure this out together, okay? Yokai are a broad class of supernatural spirits, monsters, and entities in Japanese folklore. So y'all get a bonus Japanese word of the day. Yokai is just basically supernatural spirits, monsters, entities. So there's that. And then so there's like this little thing. It's called yokai.com, non-spons. A ningyo. Well, first of all, this picture is kind of cute on here, but it says, let me see. I'm trying to figure out because I was reading this yesterday. It says they can have anything from ugly, deformed fish-like faces to entire human torsos with long, bony fingers and sharp claws. Every time I read a fucking Japanese folklore, I get the heebie motherfucking jeebies. Like, this shit is scary. It says, that's what fucked me up. It says ningyo range in size from a human child to a large seal. So they're small. Because like a human child would be like here, and a large seal would be like here. So like maybe up to like 4 foot. Like, I don't know how big seals are. I've never been near a seal. So maybe like 4 to 5 feet long. So they're small, which is even more interesting. I thought about that before too. I'm like, mermaids, like, do y'all believe in mermaids? I do. I think mermaids are real. Do I know what they would look like? I have no idea. Maybe there's like a mixture of them, but like it does seem a little too perfect if you just have a perfect fishtail and then a perfect human half. Also, if you think about it, that means a human had to have mated with some type of mutant fish thing, which is concerning. Anyways, let me not say too much. We're in conspiracy corner right now. We ain't ready for that. But yeah, so Japanese folklore, we might have to do that in the Japanese word of the day. We're just going to turn it to Japanese yokai folklore at this point because like I'm kind of interested. I feel like, you know, in the movies when they start like researching folklores and stuff and they get like really into it. But I think it's pretty cool. Like, even though it gives me the chills every time I talk about it. But yeah, y'all. By the way, like I said, sorry if this podcast is all over the place. I don't even know if my camera's clicked right now. I keep like touching my hair. I got 5 hours of sleep. But I did enjoy this the whole time. I hope y'all know I'm having so much fun and I don't want it to end. I hope I touched on everything. It feels like a blur. Like I drank almost all my coffee and like I still don't feel like fully awake. I think because like I said, like normally it's more smooth when I record, but I had like a whole bunch of interruptions, which is fine. But it felt like I was all over the place. I want to make these longer too. I don't know if this was 45 minutes, but I think we touched on everything. By the way, I did do my yoga finally, you guys. Y'all know I've been slacking on my yoga. I did one yesterday, a couple hours before I went to bed. I set a timer. I was like 30 minutes uninterrupted. Just do it at your own pace. I did all my like favorite little moves, you know. It's yoga mixed with like stretching. It's not just yoga poses. Like I'm stretching out the soreness I had from like working out during the weekend, but also like holding the poses. It helps like discipline and the mental thing, but also it helps with flexibility. So yeah, I did that and I feel really proud because I've really been slacking. I used to do yoga like almost every day, and now like yeah, it had been a couple weeks. So I did my yoga yesterday and it was nice. So I want to make sure I at least do my yoga. I could start with once a week, but I want to get it back to like 2 to 3 times a week, and then maybe even start meditating again, because I used to meditate so long ago. But yeah, you got to be in the right headspace. My camera is about to die, by the way, and I have 1 minute left. But thank y'all so much for watching this chaotic episode of the Lucky Star podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, link down below. And yeah, sorry I'm rushing, but I will see you guys next week, and I love y'all so much. Bye.